Nobody knew where he was. We knew something was wrong right away.
I don't know where he's at.
What did you do with him after that? Enough is enough.
My brother Robert and I religiously spoke every week. There was instances where every day we would reach out to each other, but early December of '08, I stopped hearing from him. We knew something was wrong right away. There was no question.
I kept calling and I got no answer. I said he would have got back to me by now.
We were trying to find him everywhere, like any other family would do in panic mode, especially being thousands of miles away. But nobody knew where he was. He basically fell off the face of the earth. My sister, more than myself, started calling his roommate at the time, Daniel Alexander, and saying, hey, he was living with you. Where is he? What's going on?
He said, yes, he was here, but he's not anymore. I said, well, I know that, but I'm trying to find him. And he kept saying, no, I don't really know, nothing really. And that was it.
And at that point, it just started snowballing into this bigger Rob's missing.
We waited about 5 days and we called the police, put the missing persons report in, and we got the case going.
Those records showed he had not used either since January 16th, 2009.
Robert's family told us that prior to him going missing, Robert's mother had passed away and he inherited roughly $50,000.
Once the money was deposited from his mother's inheritance, he was making, if not daily, every other day withdrawals from his account. So when he was no longer withdrawing money, that does not look good.
You're the roommate of our missing guy, Robert Harrison. You're one of the last people to see him. Can you just start out on how you met him?
I met him through a friend of mine. And he called me on the phone one day and told me that he got kicked out of the place he was at. I said, you can come crash on my couch for a couple weeks.
Did he live with you when his mom died?
Yeah.
Did he tell you how much his inheritance was?
No.
Did he tell you he was moving, he got a place, or how did it happen?
At first, no. I came home and almost all his stuff was gone, so it was a surprise. It was like, oop, he must have found a place. 1 to 2 days later, he came back, and that's when he came back in the black Mercedes with the girl and picked up the remainder of his stuff.
It wasn't making sense to us that Robert had just left his truck and left with a female in a Mercedes. We're thinking that Daniel wasn't being upfront and honest. The trailer itself was run down, but it looked like it was being freshly renovated, and we're seeing new flooring, fresh paint. Also, there was a pawn slip where Daniel had recently pawned a guitar and an amp. That does not look good.
A friend of Daniel, Larry Kelly, he had information that Daniel admitted to him that he had killed Robert.
He explained that Daniel enlisted the help of his brothers, Donald Gould and Kenneth Alexander. He claimed that his brothers knew where the body was.
First of all, I told them that he was freaked out around in this and that. Yep. Now that's why he left his truck there with me. Now, it wouldn't hurt if you said something to corroborate my story good. You know what I mean? I tore my carpet out. I tore the whole floor out, and I went up and down that trailer 9 times, cleaning that up. There ain't no way they didn't find.
We don't want them talking to each other and letting each other know that they were talked to and to come up with a story. By the time my unit was taking Kenneth Alexander into custody, I was on my way to the station to interview Donald Gould. Donald was agitated. We didn't really have a whole lot of time to build a rapport, so we decided to inform him why he was there and give him the opportunity to help himself by telling us what he knew.
I have no idea where the guy is. I thought he
Dan told me that he didn't kill the guy. That's what he told me. He told me the guy left with some girl in a car.
Well, that's what he told everybody.
That's what he told me. Man.
That's what he told everybody. The same to the police.
Some people come off angry and demanding because they want you to be in fear of them and stop talking to them. And some people had nothing to do with it and they want you to believe them.
That's it, man. I didn't hide nobody. I didn't see him shoot nobody. I don't even know if he shot nobody or how he killed this guy. Listen, I'll tell you right now, he was around one day and said that, probably dead or this and that, I even told my girlfriend that he was telling me this news. I said, the guy's been missing. And I said, you didn't kill the guy. He said, oh, yeah, right. I killed him and buried his body out here. He just kind of acted like, he was around with me. Then he started laughing, like he didn't do it,
Kenny, again.
I don't know where he's at. I don't know where he...
What did he tell you?
They were in the kitchen. They were fighting. He said he hit him with a frying pan. And I guess he got a kitchen knife out of the kitchen or something and finished him off.
What did he do with him? Because obviously he's been missing for...
And don't sit and tell us.
I have no idea.
Don't sit and tell us that you didn't say to him.
What did you do with him after that?
He said he took him out in the woods and buried him, but I have no idea what that is.
All right, knowing Danny, would he feel safe if it was on the property or down the street?
It wouldn't make sense to leave him on the property. Maybe.
Yeah, but he knows the property.
Yeah, he knows the property like the back of his hand, I guess.
Did he say when he did this?
Not exactly.
I've been doing this for 20 years, okay? Believe me when I say this. You get in a truck with me, you can get in a truck with him. Drive him to where the body's at, and you go home.
I'm giving you my word, bro, right now. That's all I can give you is my word. That's all I have to give you is my word. Tell me the truth and take me there, because if you continue to lie to Detective Boyle and he proves you were there, then you're an accessory. Right now, you're not.
Well, let's go.
Right now, you're a witness.
I'll show you where it's at. Let's go.
All right.
Immediately, Randall Anderson drove Kenneth to the scene.
In the meantime, we wanted to talk to Daniel because there is a ticking clock. If he says, I'm not talking to you anymore, we're done. So we decided to start this interview, bluffing that we had the body.
We located Robert.
You did?
Yeah.
Kenneth drove us to the body.
Did you kill Robert?
No. Just not understanding, Ken. I just don't understand. I had asked him to leave, but, pack up his stuff and you need to go.
Right.
He ran over and got in my face and said, I'm not going anywhere. I don't know how we struggled around and rolled over, but I ended up getting a hold of his hand, and as we fell to the floor, it jabbed him. He was kind of laying there bleeding, and I hopped up and hauled ass, man, because dude, I was scared, man. I was really scared.
I would too.
I stuck him in the bathtub for a little while.
Right. How long was he in the bathtub for?
Say 2 days.
Okay.
A couple days go by. What'd you do with him out of the tub?
I had to do something, so I got scared and I went and buried the body.
I left the room because we had to have made some progress finding Robert's body. So I left the room to go find out any updates. I talked to the investigative team that went with Kenneth out to the burial site, and they advised they had found a shallow grave. Once I learned they found the body, that gave me the upper hand in the next part of our interrogation.
I just want you to know that we're not calling your bluff.
Yeah, no,
That's my biggest thing. I don't want you to think we're lying to you, that we know.
Who cut him up?
I did.
Where'd you use to cut him up?
Knife. Pretty much dismembered him.
At what point did you call Kenneth?
That wasn't until a week or two later. I think I told him what happened. I said that I'm in trouble and I just need this favor. Help me load it up and drag it off.
Daniel Alexander was found guilty of second-degree murder. He was sentenced to life in prison, and he received an additional 15 years for abuse of a body. Charges were not filed against Donald Gould and Kenneth Alexander.